these moments you feel that you let your team down, or you feel that you know this or that, and it's a good lesson learned for us. First time been in this situation for me and for us as a team, and I'm excited for what's to come.
Our guys are feeling it right now. They all believed, man. They all believed all year long that we could find a way to win each and every week, and so it's disappointing like that. But I am proud of the group. It was a special year, and this will be hopefully a feeling in this locker room that we won't forget, and we'll be able to use it as fuel going forward.
It was a special year in Chicago, but now the Rams are moving on. My heart's broken a little bit today, but what a season for the Chicago Bears. What do you think is the biggest reason LA is moving on, RC?
Oh, that Ben Johnson didn't go for 2.
Oof.
Period. Listen, you were 1 for 3 on 4th downs. Your defense had played above their heads the entire game. Dennis Allen called the most masterful game he'd called the entire season. Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon, the way that they showed up. Also, Kevin Byard on the back end. You were in this game because a prayer was answered, because Caleb Williams just seems to thrive in chaos. He raises his game to a level that he doesn't play the entire game in any other instance, and you had the hot hand at that moment. You had an opportunity to put the better team away. You know they're more experienced. You know Sean McVay has been there. You know Matthew Stafford has been there. The one thing you have on your side is the talent of your quarterback and the momentum that he rides like no other quarterback in football probably right now outside of Bo Nix. And so if I'm Ben Johnson, if you had the gumption to go for it on the first drive of the game and not kick the field goal and throw the interception to Durant. If you had the gumption to go with Monangai on a run inside the red zone and then throw the ball and Spates knocks it down. If you had the goal to do all that, when you get down 1, you go win the game in front of your team, because that's who you are. That's who they believe you to be. And no one questions Ben Johnson this morning if that ball falls to the ground flat.
I disagree. I respectfully disagree with that. Listen, man, I get what you're saying. It makes total sense. But you can't need an extra point to tie the game and force overtime on your home field and pass that up to go to a 2-point conversion in regulation. If you lose that game 17-16 because you went for a 2-point conversion instead of kicking the ball and forcing overtime on your home turf in freezing temperatures, I'm sorry. Ben Johnson would have been crucified. Not by you, but he would have been crucified by a whole bunch of people, including myself, this morning. You got to kick that extra point. You go into overtime. One of the things we could point to as to why Chicago lost this game, you got to remember something. They're 9-0 when forcing 2 or more turnovers. They didn't force a single turnover yesterday afternoon. You're going up against the Los Angeles Rams. We understand who Matthew Stafford is with Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Williams in the crew. But somehow, some way, you've been opportunistic defensively. Dennis Allen, you're absolutely right. Called the best game we've seen him call all season long. But that was still an aberration. What was normal for the Chicago Bears is to make something happen, forcing turnovers, doing something defensively in that regard. And they didn't do that yesterday. It was a great game. They got a lot to be proud of. Caleb Williams, the interceptions, to start the game, and the finish near the end of the game, obviously crucial mistakes on his part. But you got a lot to be proud of. I was very proud of the Chicago Bears, and I think they're going to win the Super Bowl within the next 3 years. I truly, truly believe that. But yesterday, hey, it happens. You got to be able to force turnovers. Do what got you there, and they weren't able to do that yesterday.
Not getting the turnovers wasn't the situation. It was being able to say, hey, we wasn't supposed to be in that situation in the first place. When you start to see a Caleb Williams play, a prayer was received. So now, let's take the momentum. In that particular moment, I'm thinking to myself, if I'm Ben Johnson, I'm already playing with house money. What in the world? You didn't dial that up. That's your quarterback playing above expectations and throwing an absolute dot right there, with the game on the line. Okay, let's put 2 points on the board. If you lose, you wasn't even supposed to be in the 2-point conversion in the first place in the beginning. Now, what I've learned, or what we've learned, is anytime you got the bully down, you got to put him away. The Los Angeles Rams was primed for that particular situation. But they also had an opportunity with the Chicago Bears to put the game away, but threw an interception late, obviously. But Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Sean McVay, as well as Matthew Stafford, is well too seasoned for you not to keep giving them opportunities and they not have you pay for it.
And the other thing is this: there is no way we can blame this game on the defense.
No.
I don't care if they didn't get a turnover. I don't care if you don't feel like they gave them field position. I don't care if they didn't score a touchdown. They were absolutely fantastic. Even in overtime, coming up with the huge stop on the misdirection toss, Kevin Byard getting in the backfield, Grady Jarrett running to the football, Nashawn Wright getting off of the block of the offensive lineman. The pressure they were able to put on Matthew Stafford the entire day. My thing is this: when it is going that way, you can't keep giving players that are that good, the MVP of this season presumptively, a head coach in Sean McVay that's been to not one but 2 Super Bowls. We can't keep giving them chances, because at some point it feels like my young team, my group of individuals that has not been here will make the mistake before they do. But you know what they had? They had the ball. They had a chance with 2 yards away from the goal line to score on a 2-point conversion with a quarterback that's hard to tackle, that's a magician with the football, and that makes stopping him difficult in the most crucial and critical moments.
Right.
If I'm Ben Johnson, I trust that, Stephen A.
Well, the reason why I bring it into question is because, remember, they had first down. What were they at the 14-yard line, 13-yard line? Next thing you know, they can't get in. They're in a 4th and 4 situation. This brother scrambles from the 14-yard line back to the 40 and launched it into the left side of the end zone to commit. I couldn't believe it. I said, oh my God, I couldn't believe this happened. But I'm just saying, that's a lot of luck. Give credit where credit due. Tremendous throw, tremendous scramble, but a lot of luck that he was that damn open to get the ball in that position. Okay, so we look at it from that standpoint. The 3 downs prior to that, they were being shut down by Los Angeles. Then you're going to get yourself in a 2-point conversion kind of situation. I don't know if they make that 2-point conversion. And I'm saying to you, if I'm Chicago, if I'm on the road, you got me. But I'm on my home turf. I just made that play. I tied this ball going to overtime. I think the momentum's on my side. We can take them. They ready to go home. It's Southern California. They used to in Chicago, squeezing our asses off. Oh, damn, let's get up out. I can't believe this happened. I'm saying you're Chicago. You're on your home turf. To me, it's too much to ask them to go for the 2-point conversion in that situation. I just feel that way.
I got to be honest. In that moment, I did not think, go for two. I was banking on the kick, on the extra point, and then going into overtime. No one thinks that ill-advised throw that led to the interception was maybe not the right call.
The throw wasn't ill-advised. First off, Chicago, Caleb Williams is the stinking star.
Oh, I know that.
Caleb Williams is going to win an MVP.
Yes, he
Caleb Williams is going to win a Super Bowl. Caleb Williams is going to be one of those quarterbacks that we talk about the way we talked about the Cam Newtons, the way we talked about these different guys, the Josh Allens, the Lamars, that changes the way you play defense because you have to stop him, and he's that unique. The other part of it is, on that interception, if you watch DJ Moore, he doesn't continue to sprint to the football to cut off Cameron Curl. Cameron Curl is beating him to the spot. His angle, his intensity, his effort is higher than DJ Moore's. And when you have a quarterback that plays like Caleb Williams has played, that has given you the chances Caleb Williams gives you, you got to make sure at the least that is an incomplete pass.
Question. Was that effort or is that miscommunication on the part? It seemed like it was a miscommunication between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. It didn't seem like it was a lack of effort on DJ Moore's part. It's like Caleb Williams expected him to go one way, he went a bit further, and that's what happened. And Curl cut in front of him.
2 things can be true. And when you're thinking about how Caleb Williams is playing at that particular moment, he's just trying to make a play. Now, to DJ's credit, he doesn't cross the safety's face in order for him to have an even more tougher time to intercept the pass right there. On the paper, if you probably see that play on paper, it may not say cross the safety's face. Right. Caleb Williams is making the play. He's playing out of his mind. He's playing at such a high level. Everybody around him is not catching up at that particular point. But I go back to something real quick. If Ben Johnson does decide to go for 2 and he fails, could you blame him? I think there's a lot of times where coaches are in a forgiving state where it's like, okay, I see where you was trying to go. He's shown us that he's capable of making this call in this type of situation as much as any other coach.